When I heard from Arthur the terrible news of Lucy's strange illness, I went to her immediately. I could see that she was very ill. She lay in bed all day and did not move. She was as white as a ghost, and she was very thin. When night came, she was afraid to sleep, and in the morning, on her neck there were two strange little wounds. I did not know what was wrong with Lucy. She was losing blood, but how? Was it through these two little wounds in her neck? I decided to send for my old teacher, Professor Van Helsing from Holland. Perhaps he could help. He came immediately, and when he saw how ill Lucy was, he said,
"We must give her blood at once."
She can have my blood, all of it to the last drop.
Van Helsing was right. With Arthur's blood in her, Lucy began to get better immediately. But before he left, Van Helsing did one more thing.
These are garden flowers. Do not take it from your knee tonight. And do not open the window. You must watch Lucy every night, and we'll be sure she wears garden flowers.
The next morning at the hospital, I had a note from Van Helsing. But that was not today. The note was too late.
What happened? Did not read my note? Quick! Perhaps we are already too late.
It was dark in the kitchen, but we could see the bodies of the 4 servants on the floor. They were not dead, but asleep.
Someone put something in their drinks. Come, we must find Lucy if we are not too late. The poor mother is dead. But for Lucy it's not too late. Go and wake the servant.
After a time, Lucy began to show some life, and they took her and put her in a warm bed. From time to time she slept, but she didn't fight to stay alive. She could not eat anything, and she was very weak. Van Helsing went over to Lucy and looked at her.
The bones of her neck have gone. She will soon be dead.
Arthur, kiss me, my love.
No! My true friend, she's going.
Some days later there were strange stories in the newspapers, stories about young children who went out at night and didn't go home until the next morning. And when they did go home, they talked about a beautiful day. All these children had drops of blood and two little wounds on their necks. Van Helsing read these stories, and he brought the paper round to me.
What do you think of that?
I don't know. These tourist ones sounds like the poor Lucy ones, but how can that be? Are you saying that the poor Lucy was killed by a vampire and that now the vampire is taking blood the children's too?
No, you can't understand. The vampire which is taking the blood of these children is Lucy herself.
That's not true.
Then come with me and I will show you.
So that night he took me to Lucy's tomb. He had the key and we went inside. I was very afraid. In the dark, with the dead flowers laying on Lucy's coffin, the tomb was a terrible place. Slowly, Van Helsing began to open the coffin. Then he turned to me and said,
Look. Now we must wait outside.
We waited all night. I was cold and afraid, and angry with myself and with Van Helsing. Then, suddenly, something moved in the trees near the tomb. We went near, and we found a little child in the ground by the tomb.
There are no wounds on the child's neck.
No, we are just in time.
The next day, Van Helsing and I went back into the tomb again and opened the lid of the coffin. This time, Lucy's body lay there.
Now, do you believe me? Lucy is now one of them dead, and with this death, she will soon kill one of the poor little children. We must stop her before she does. But we must send Arthur. He too must see and believe this.
Arthur was very unhappy and also angry. He could not believe that Lucy was now one of the undead, but in the end he agreed to come with us to the tomb. It was just before midnight when we got to the churchyard. The night was dark, but now and then a little moonlight came through the clouds. Van Helsing opened the door of the tomb and we all went in.
Now, Jack, you were with me yesterday afternoon. Was Miss Lucy's body in that coffin then?
It was.
Now, we must find out and wait.
The next day, Arthur Van Helsing and I went back to the tomb. Van Helsing had a bag with him, and when we were in the tomb, he again opened Lucy's coffin.
Is this really Lucy?
It is, and it is not. But wait, and you will see a real Lucy again. You loved Lucy. You must bring her back to us. You must take this piece of wood in your left hand and the hammer in your right hand. Then you must drive the wood through Lucy's heart. It isn't easy for you, but it will soon be done. Can you do this for her?
I can.
Arthur didn't stop. Harder and harder he hit the wood with the hammer, until at last the body stopped moving and lay
Now
quiet.
you may kiss her. See, the vampire is dead, but the real Lucy has come back. Now, my friends, we have just only begun. We must find the vampire was killed, Miss Lucy. It will be difficult and dangerous. Will you help me?
Yes.
Yes. These are garden flowers. I'm gonna take it tonight. Take one.
Pero no la que vos hablabas antes. Sí, sí, algo. Bueno, creo que
No.
si no, ella no me ve. A la mía.
Pará, Luca, dale.